Oh, God. Oh, jeez. God. Okay. Oh, hey. You're probably wondering why I'm in a haunted house. Well, with Halloween right around the corner, I was feeling in a bit of a spooky mood. Well, that and that this is the only house on my block that still has a GameCube. So I guess B&E was really a no-brainer. You see, this Halloween, I decided to play a game that, though underrated at its launch, has gained a large following. It's also responsible for a lot of character development for a certain green underdog. I'm, of course, talking about Luigi's Mansion.
Released in 2001 as a launch title for the best Nintendo console ever, the GameCube. Luigi's Mansion confused gamers at first. I mean, a new Nintendo console without a Mario game? That is blasphemy. Critical reception of the game was very lukewarm at release, averaging around 7 out of 10 on most gaming websites. But over time, Luigi's Mansion gained a very dedicated fan base who begged Nintendo for a sequel. And in 2013, 12 years later, Nintendo caved in and gave them Luigi's Mansion 2, or Dark Moon here in the States.
Here's the thing, I've only played Dark Moon prior to making this video, and I actually really enjoy the game, and I love the humor and the portrayal of Luigi in it. The only time I played Luigi's Mansion before this was at a friend's house when I was younger, and I couldn't even get past the first room. What can I say, games used to scare me a lot when I was younger. Now that Luigi's Mansion has become part of my backlog, let's check out if this classic still holds up today.
So, Luigi's Mansion begins with Luigi believing some spam mail he got, saying that he won a mansion in a contest that he didn't even enter. How does Luigi even need a mansion? I would assume that he and Mario are already set for life. They are plumbers in a kingdom where pipes are so common that they're used as transportation. Anyway, Luigi goes to check out the mansion and it's already picking up on some red flags. The mansion just gives off this bad vibe. I mean, it's out in the middle of this Disney villain green forest. Luigi enters the mansion and, surprise, surprise, it's haunted. Luckily, he is saved by a little old man named Professor Egad, an old hermit who lives out in the valley, studying the ghosts and inventing contraptions. Egad is such an underused Mario Bros. Character. Like, I would have thought Nintendo would at least throw him in a Mario Kart game, but they chose Pink Gold Peach and a Raccoon Mario over him. I mean, the guy invented FLUDD from Mario Sunshine. It's like Nintendo is just acting like all these GameCube-era Mario side characters never existed. Back to the plot, Egad tells Luigi that the mansion popped up overnight. He also says that all his portrait ghosts escaped and that Mario already came here. And he had the nerve to check out the mansion before Luigi, some brother. I guess Luigi has to save him. The role reversal of Luigi having to save Mario really allows Luigi to come into his own. Have you ever noticed how Luigi is always the underdog in games now? Always so timid and humble? Well, that started with this game. Luigi's Mansion took what was once just Green Mario and turned him into a hero of his own regard. So, Luigi, with Poltergust 3000 in hand and the goal of saving Mario, while also returning the escaped ghosts back to their paintings, sets off on his adventure. Now, I want to talk about gameplay for this game. The GameCube controller is by far one of the best video game controllers ever released. It just has one little yellow problem. The C-Stick. Since this was the dawn of dual analog in gaming, I guess Nintendo didn't realize just how important a second analog stick was, and instead of a full second analog stick, we got this deformed twin. Now, most games usually just left the C-Stick control to a minimum. However, Luigi's Mansion decided that you should use it in order to look around and aim the poltergust. Not only that, but looking up and down is inverted, so it's a pain to maneuver around these ghosts. Especially ghosts that pop up on the ceiling behind you. You just have to slowly turn around and pray the flashlight hits them. In order to capture a ghost, you have to trap them when they open their heart up to you. After you shine the flashlight on the ghost's heart, all you have to do is suck them up using the Poltergust 3000. The game of tug of war when vacuuming ghosts is actually very responsive thanks to the left analog stick. There's a real feeling of reeling in the ghost that makes it very fun. This stays consistent for most of the enemies. There are orange ghosts, the standard grunt enemy, blue ghosts, the ones that want to pound you into the earth, these purple ghosts which are a bit quicker, I think. There are also these other ghosts that like to give you hugs. and drop bombs on you, and little rat and bat ghosts, even skeleton ghosts. I'm not really sure how that works.
Hey, so funny story, I am editing right now and I just realized that I forgot to mention these green ghosts. And they only show up really like 3 times in the whole game, and all they do is throw bananas, so I figure it's not that big a deal. Anyway, back to what I was saying.
These types repeat until you get to the portrait ghosts. Easily the highlight of the game. You have to solve a little puzzle in order for each one to reveal their heart. The puzzles range from stealing this fat ghost food to playing hide and go seek with these twin ghosts. Wait, these are kids. That's a baby ghost. Wow, this game is really dark. I kind of feel bad for forcing them back into their paintings, forced to hang on a wall for some mad scientist. Speaking of the paintings, the room where they're all forced back into their frames, I swear they reused the museum theme from Animal Crossing. I mean, both games are composed by Kazumi Totaka, so it really wouldn't surprise me. The other ghost type in this game is the classic Mario boos, each with their own punny name. Luigi, the lovable klutz he is, presses a button with no label, freeing all the boos that were previously trapped. He even freed King Boo, like king of all the boos, the most evil boo in the entire world. The boos usually hide in the room where you caught a portrait ghost, and act as a quick way to save the game. Boos are also the most infuriating thing in this game. They will constantly try to leave the room, and they don't suction like the other ghosts. This will often lead you to trying to catch a boo, following outside the room, following it back inside the same room, and try to capture it again. You even have to fight a boss, Boolossus, who is so aggravating thanks to the wonky element system that they tried to implement. Basically, you have to pop the big boo and freeze up the little boos in order to suck them up. But since the targets are so small, you are just stuck spraying the ice everywhere and praying it hits anything. It's not so bad at first, but when it comes down to 3, you'll wonder what the hell they were thinking. A good place where the element mechanic is utilized really well is with the Arctic Explorer ghost in the basement. Since he doesn't move around, all you need to do is melt his ice block and avoid his hits until his heart is revealed. Navigating the mansion is made so easy thanks to the Game Boy horror that EGAD gives Luigi. The map shows the doors that are locked and where you've been before. It's an excellent map tool, and as well as a surreal fourth wall break. The presentation in this game is phenomenal. The game does such a good job with color choice and sound design that really makes the mansion come alive. Entering into a dark room and hearing the booming soundtrack with Luigi's weak humming adds to the spooky atmosphere. The humming is used to convey that there may be a ghost lurking nearby. When all the ghosts are taken care of, the lights come on and Luigi cheerfully whistles the game's theme, giving the feeling of a job well done. The mansion has so many different rooms with different themes, like a kitchen, a music room, an observatory that also serves as a portal to the space realm where you have to catch a star and shoot it at the moon in order for a bridge to appear to take me to the star which Mario left behind. Wait, what? The designs of the furniture and ghosts are very cartoon-like and make it believable that it could take place just outside the Mushroom Kingdom. Even the toads are here to act as save points. Some of the sound effects sound like they came right from Mario 64. You know, this game is kind of like an opposite Mario 64. You play as Luigi, and instead of traveling through paintings, you're restoring them.
One's a 3D platformer and the other you can't jump at all.
The two have totally opposite tones. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. The soundtrack in this game is a perfect mashup of classical horror, B-movie theremin, and electro bop. Seriously, this track has the boopinest bleepinest music. Also, all the little steps and creaks that make up the mansion's ambience give a really good sense of immersion. I highly recommend listening to this game through headphones as you play. So after you capture all the portrait ghosts, you finally get to confront King Boo, who is admiring his portrait of Mario. Like, really admiring it. Dude has an obsession. He then decides that Luigi would make an excellent addition and teleports you into the painting realm by the spirit of Bowser. Earlier in the game, you meet Clairvoya, probably the most friendliest ghost ever. After giving her all of Mario's belongings, she is shocked to see the presence of Bowser in the mansion. She's shocked because Mario has already defeated Bowser in Mario 64. This definitely comes off as eerie since it implies that Bowser died in Mario 64 and was resurrected in this game. I guess it's not the last time they did that though. The final boss with Bowser is actually pretty easy. You just have to suck up spiky balls and throw them back when he bends over. After that, it's just a matter of sucking up King Boo and you did it. You take claim to King Boo's crown and you return to Egad's lab with the portrait of Mario. The scene where Mario is brought back from the painting looks incredibly painful. However, the relief on Luigi's face makes it all worth it. Not only that, but Egad lets you keep all the treasure you found in the mansion, which is totaled up and used to buy Luigi his own mansion. 100% goes free. No wait, did I say mansion? I meant house. It's okay. Humble Luigi is a happy Luigi.
And that's Luigi's Mansion. Another in the long list of games that terrified me as a kid. The game's flawed, but it'll always be a classic in the hearts of many. And to be honest, I think the sequel improved on a lot of things, at least gameplay-wise. The ability to charge up the flashlight and to upgrade the poltergust were really nice additions to the sequel, and I really wish the first game had it. But then again, I can't really judge a game based off its sequel. Something that the original does have over the sequel, however, is its tone and ambiance. I mean, it is genuinely spooky. The second game is way more comedic, and I feel that kinda actually works against it. Oh my god, and don't even get me started on the mansion. So much work was put into the mansion that it practically becomes a character of itself. This game is also the perfect length. It only took me about 6 hours to do everything. I think it may actually become a new Halloween tradition. With Luigi's Mansion 3 on the way, I really hope Nintendo actually listens to fans and gives us more of an atmosphere of the first game, but keep some more of the gameplay aspects of the sequel. I highly recommend this game to anybody who's in the Halloween spirit. And anyway guys, this is where I say goodbye. Happy Halloween!